there everybody, Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
This video is our latest reaction to The Voice Season 18. This is episode 3. I feel like we have some of the best blind auditions of the season to date, but most notably a guy in Thunderstorm Artis who I feel has a significant chance of making it to the finale.
I do not see a situation where he is not in the finale, honestly. This guy, ooh, holy smokes, his voice is so smooth.
To me, it's going to take like a horrific situation that I don't want to imagine, because I really, really want to imagine him going really, really far. We'll talk about Thunderstorm Artis, of course, but also a couple of other notable performers from the night as well, CamWess and Allegra Miles. But before we dive in here, if you do like this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other updates. You know, Thunderstorm Artis, we got to start with him and his performance of Blackbird, because this is not melodically the most difficult song to sing. It's pretty simple, but you could put so much just emotion into it. And, you know, he talked about being very spiritual and having this very unique family. And you could almost just sense all of this, like, etherealness and essence and spirituality when he sings. It's like you go through a religious experience through just a couple of minutes of it.
Oh yeah, he's the church and I'm attending.
Yeah, he is so good. I think there is so much more he can even do beyond what we saw here.
I just think like what you said about this song. This song, we've heard this song before. This song has been performed before by a bunch of people, but he really has such a gorgeous, smooth, like milk voice that it just came across in such a way that it is the best performance of Blackbird that I've heard outside of the Beatles, of course.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think Thunderstorm Artis is going to be particularly upset about saying you're the best other than the Beatles.
No, it was really nice. It felt like I was having an experience watching him sing this song. Like, it was... Yeah, he's left me speechless. He really has. He's
the sort of person who I think he's going to want to collaborate. I think he's going to want to play around with some stuff. He strikes me as being very, very musically inclined. I mean, John Legend is really the perfect coach for him. At first, I was like, oh, maybe he would work out well with Nick. I kind of see them having similar musical sensibilities, but then... You know, you could just see just the beginnings of something with him and John Legend having a conversation, and I think there's probably a lot of other instrumentation that he can work with. I mean, it's really going to be all about how can you create another moment that doesn't feel like this moment, and trying to push himself as an artist, because we know that he's legitimately phenomenal and soulful and powerful, and he's like all of the adjectives you could possibly want rolled sort of into one.
John is really lucky to have him on his team. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's so lucky to have John as your coach. John is really lucky to have him on his team.
Yeah, I mean, we could sing the praises of Thunderstorm Artis for this entire video, just because it's really hard on The Voice to do a cover, find a way to make it your own, create a legitimate moment, because I think I've been spoiled watching some original song auditions on Idol and elsewhere.
Yeah, and that's been pretty amazing to watch.
It's just harder to connect with the cover, but, you know, he did. I love Thunderstorm Artis. I am so excited to see what he does on this show moving forward.
We'll be looking forward to seeing you in the finale.
Yeah, more than likely so. I don't know how else this goes, but let's go from the end of the show, though, to very much closer to the beginning, because I really like Allegra Miles a lot.
Yeah,
she's you know, we can throw out all the, oh, you know, it's another really young singer, and do that nonsense that The Voice does as though that's the most important thing.
But it doesn't matter at all.
No.
Like, her age is nothing to do with it. She really is just great, no matter what the age. It was very cool. She sang Use Somebody. She ended up with Nick. I think that's a really good match.
I love how she sounds like she could be almost any age, and I mean that as like a really, really good compliment. Like, she's got a lot of maturity in her voice. I think it's going to age really well with her.
Yeah.
Use somebody. Kings of Leon sound like they're the most gravelly human beings alive sometimes when they sing. So to have, a young woman singer do a cover of this that still feels believable, there's a sense of musicianship about it. I mean, I think if I am Nick Jonas listening to all this, I'm probably like, okay, so you are already capable of this. Yeah. You've already, obviously, a pretty hard worker, and you have a lot of confidence in your voice if you're going to do a rock ballad. And, I don't remember when this song came out, but it might be, it's been at least several years. Like, she was probably really, really young when it first came out.
Yeah, and for me, I don't like Kings of Leon. I'll put that out there.
Yeah.
They're not anyone that I like. I don't like any of their music. But I liked this. I liked this rendition of the song. It's so interesting to have like a song and it's sung by one person and it's like, I'm not sure about that. And then Allegra comes out and sings that exact same song and it feels like I've heard it for the first time.
Yeah, it really actually did feel very, very original. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be the biggest Kings of Leon fan either. I mean, Use Somebody's probably the one song from theirs that I do kind of like, but I really, really like Allegra's rendition of it a lot. It can turn me into a fan of the song more than I was before, and I think Nick in general, he is someone who knows, obviously, what it's like to be a young artist, to have all of this pressure that's put on you to deal well and do well. Maybe he will give her some advice of just, okay, be in the moment, enjoy yourself, have fun. Because I mean, both Thunderstorm and Allegra, I could actually see having careers outside of this. I'm not saying they're going to be huge stars, but they actually have legitimate potential because they're musicians, performers, and it actually feels like they know who they are.
Yeah, and I think that you hit on something there with the fact that Nick has grown up in this industry, and having that particular experience to be able to coach her through those moments will allow her to be able to face having the career outside of this show and be able to overcome any of the obstacles that obviously come along with becoming really famous, getting lots of money, having lots of fame, being very popular, all that sort of stuff. And he handles it really well. Mm-hmm. So I think that he will not only be able to guide her through this competition and work with her beautiful voice, but actually work her into facing everything that comes with being a star afterwards.
Okay, so we've talked now about a person on Team John Legend, a person on Team Nick Jonas.
Yep.
Let's go back now to John Legend for our final discussion here of the night.
CamWess.
All right, what did you think about CamWess?
I really enjoyed him. His range is incredible. I was just blown away by him. I really liked him. Beautiful range.
Usually doing something by the weekend, I'm just like, don't do that. Like, don't try to emulate his voice, because he's got a really unique sound, and I don't think that CamWess did like a carbon copy by any means, but he actually found a way to make it into something that could do well for him. And I think these sort of covers are very, very difficult because of that. It's really, really difficult to take on a song by really, really iconic vocalists. I mean, there were other people, even on The Voice tonight, like Joey Fulco did something similar with a Cher cover.
Yeah, that's a tough song.
Yeah, like there are really, really tough songs that you just want to kind of steer clear of, but he tackled this. Yeah, his voice is really strong. He's got a really good sense of range. I think he's a pretty good performer already, and that's something I really kind of do want to see more of on The Voice here or there. I mean, it brings me back a little bit to last season where we even saw some of this go down. Yeah. And I'm always going to be in for somebody who views this as more than just a singing competition and views it sort of as, oh, this is my opportunity to actually prove that I'm a touring artist, that people are going to want to come and pay to see me. And I think CamWess has got all of that.
Yeah, you have to be able to work the stage. And
I think Legend, he's going to be great for him, because he's going to kind of just hone everything. I think there's still a little bit of a diamond in the rough quality with him, where he can go so many different places with his voice that I think John can sort of be like, go here at this point, go down low at this other point, and they can balance him out really, really well.
Yeah, I think John's going to be a really good coach for him, especially with that range that he has.
Yeah, all right. Well, those are our 3 standouts from The Voice, episode 3 of the season. But let's hear from you guys. Who did you like the most? Is it someone we mentioned here? Is it someone else? Share in the comments below. And if you did like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking that link in the description to the CARTERMATT store. And we'll see you here next time.